Hey everyone, I'm Dark Hoarder, and welcome back to Trials Evolution Gold Edition. So last time I went through a couple tracks, and I got a silver on this originally, but I went back and got the gold. And now I'm going to be doing this track, which hopefully isn't going to take me an hour. Well, the previous time before last time, I think it was video 4. I had passed the B license test and unlocked a bunch of new tracks, and that's a weird track. It's in the junkyard. But I tried to do this one track for the video, and I played that one track for over an hour, and I couldn't beat it. So I just decided to say, forget it, I'll do it the next time. That was last time when I actually finished it. So, yeah, now I have to learn that you can't just have the gas on all the time. Or, you know, the acceleration on the entire time, because it might not be the best. It might not work out for you. I still have it on most of the time, but there are going to be some times when having the gas on is not the best choice. I have to learn that. And I still have to learn the bunny hop thing, which, I mean, that wasn't necessarily a bunny hop situation, but, you know, just in general, I have to try to remember to do the bunny hop thing when applicable. And that is a very steep ramp, especially when you're dealing with cars and not actual ramp material. So, last time I talked a lot about, well, I kind of went from topic to topic, but, you know, talked about, like, watching cable and movies on TV and stuff like that. And when I go back and watch these, it's like, you might ask, you know, is it boring to go back and watch over your old stuff? And, well, when you're editing, you're not really watching it for, you know, entertainment value. You're just kind of watching it to edit it. You know, pick out the parts that you don't well, yeah, pick out parts you don't like, and you know, just try to make an interesting video. And last time I was just talking about a lot of different stuff, you know, but I'll go forward. Not time to back up anymore. But I can't speak for other people that crash into a burning wasteland. But, I don't go back and watch my stuff after it's edited because, well, I don't like my own voice, so that would be kind of torture to go through again. I go through that enough on editing. But I've heard that nobody really likes their own voice. So, you know, some people have, like, editors that will go through the footage for you and edit stuff. And I think upload, although I assume they handle that part too, but I don't know. I don't know if people that have editors, if they review the edited footage or just trust the editors to upload it and say, okay, that's probably good enough. You know, I'll trust them to, you know, upload the best version of, you know, whatever it's going to be, so I don't have to review it. I wonder if they have to, or not if they have to, but I wonder if they ever watch their own videos after they're edited. Not necessarily to see what the editor did, but just like, well, I mean, as in, not to watch it to, like, critique it or, you know, check any errors or anything, but just to go back and watch it as, you know, a viewer. I wonder if they do that and, you know, go back and see the video themselves, or are they too busy, you know, creating more content, recording more games or whatever they do. I just kind of wonder that sometimes. I wish I could ask somebody, but I don't know anybody famous enough to have their own editor, so I wouldn't be able to ask them these questions. Although I have been watching the Beard Bros on Facebook, because they started doing their streams live on Facebook. I thought about asking them before, because they do have an, like an in-house editor. Well, I probably have a couple. But so I thought about asking them before, but I haven't gotten around to it. And they only answer questions from chat in between their episodes, and they don't answer every single question. That would be probably difficult to do. But it's a pretty cool thing, to have that kind of immediate feedback from people. And I guess that's a good thing about streaming, right? You get more from immediate feedback. And I have to remember to not jump full throttle across that gap, because I will not make it. But yeah, that's the cool thing about streaming, right? Because you can get immediate feedback from people that are watching, how you're doing, that kind of thing. I streamed a little bit on Twitch, probably a couple of years ago by now. Well, not a couple of years ago, more like a year ago, maybe, something like that. And I did stream again. The last time I tried to stream was Limbo. To try to do that speedrun thing for Limbo. It's not exactly a perfect speedrun, but they just challenge you to play through the game in one sitting, I believe, while dying 5 or less times. So you can die up to 5 times and still, get the achievement. So I kind of tried doing that, but didn't really pass it. I restarted a couple times, but didn't really get to do it. So a little disappointed, but it had been a while since I played Limbo by then. So there were a few puzzles in there that I kind of forgot how to get past, at least without dying. So it's like you have to get past the trial and error thing to try to do it, pretty well by that point. If you're gonna, it's not exactly a speed run. You just have to beat the game in one sitting with, dying 5 or less times. I don't think the timing really matters on that. I know there's a speed run on Braid, and there are different speed runs for every set of levels. And I passed all the speed runs for those, and I got the best times for those. But then they have an entire game speed run that you can do, and I have not been able to do that successfully yet. I tried it a little bit myself, and I was thinking about streaming it, but actually at this point my internet is really pretty bad at least on the upload side. So if you were going to stream on it, all the characters and everything in the game would just look like pixels. Giant pixels and small pixels and regular pixels, medium-sized pixels, that kind of thing. You wouldn't be able to tell, if I was going to stream this game, you wouldn't be able to tell, the writer from, the background. It's really, really bad. It takes me a long time to upload stuff on here, but at least uploading these videos you can take. If you're that kind of person, there are maybe deadlines you want to meet for it. I try to upload, by 5 p.m. on a certain day for a video to be up that day. And I don't always make that exactly at 5 p.m. But I try. But if there's going to be a video that's like 40 minutes long, it's probably going to take at least 3 hours to upload. So I can't just, record something and edit something, that day that it's supposed to go up. I'm going to have to do that stuff like at least a day beforehand. And there were actually a few videos that I tried uploading a little ways back that were taking like 12 hours or more to upload. I mean, that's a slow upload speed. And that kind of thing is hard to help. I mean, pretty much you use the internet that you can afford most of the time, so just the internet that we currently have is not great for streaming. It's okay for uploading just like regular videos to YouTube, or, well, I think YouTube is still the main thing that people use. I heard of a couple other services before, like, I think there's like Vimeo. I think people upload on that, maybe. I've never really looked at it or used it, so I don't know if that's right. But I think there was also, I want to say vid.me. I mean, I never really used that either. I think it was just something I heard of before, but please. I've really only used YouTube to upload stuff, so I can't really speak for any other sources that might be out there, but the upload speed is probably going to be the same no matter what source you're using, because, you're using your own upload speed for it. It doesn't really depend on their download. Well, I guess our download speed probably does affect it some, but still, my upload speed is pretty low. So it's not great for streaming. Basically, that's the point of this PowerPoint presentation. And I would like to try streaming one day again, but I'm currently crashing my bike on a bridge between a car and a giant container. So that doesn't leave me with a lot of time to stream. But uploading is kind of cool because you can kind of do that whenever. As soon as the video is done recording, you can edit it, and as soon as it's done editing, you can upload it, and that's cool. You don't have to do it at a certain time. You don't have to be you don't have to worry about being on at a certain time. Like when you're streaming, you have to try to make a schedule for when you're going to be on, and you have to do everything live right then. So you can't just like say, I plan on streaming at 6 o'clock, and then you don't show at 6 o'clock, and then nobody's gonna show up if you don't show up at the right time. You can show up kind of early or a little bit late, depending on people's tolerance for that kind of thing. But you have to try to do things, right then and there. You can't just, schedule something for a different time unless you have a regular streaming schedule. You can say, okay, I'll just pick this up, the next time I stream. But with videos, you can just kind of do it whenever. I mean, you should still have some kind of a schedule that you stick to, just so you have a goal. And, deadlines help you be a little more productive in that kind of thing. But like, you don't have to worry about doing anything live, or doing something in a certain amount of time or a certain time, because people aren't watching you, play the game in person, or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. But then that's also a bad thing because then you don't get any immediate feedback. In some games, it's pretty good to have immediate feedback, you know, in case you want to have somebody else's input on a certain choice in the game, or you want to get like audience participation in something that you're doing, and that kind of thing is kind of fun. But you can't really do that on pre-recorded videos, you know. That's kind of a thing you miss out on there. So I wish I could stream sometimes, but then I can't just, like at this point I wouldn't be able to just commit myself to a certain schedule because every day is kind of different for me. So I can't say, you know, I'm gonna stream 6 p.m. every day. You know, I can't just say that because every day is a little different. Some days I know I'm gonna be busy in a certain amount of time, or, you know, a certain time slot. But sometimes things will get extended and, you know, like I'll have to work on something or do something longer than I anticipated, or, you know, whatever. Sometimes stuff happens. And I can't just say, you know, I'll be there at this time of day. I just really wouldn't be able to do that at this point. I would be able to, you know, I could say I could stream, you know, maybe a certain day of the week more often than not. I would have a higher chance to stream that day, maybe. But I wouldn't, even then, I probably wouldn't be able to lock it down to a certain time or anything like that. I don't know, it's kind of tricky to talk about or explain, I guess. And I'm wiping out a lot on this track. I feel like I should be doing better than I am, but I'm getting a little distracted just kind of talking, you know. That's a problem with playing while talking, or talking while playing, because talking will distract you from the game. You're kind of just dividing your attention a lot that way. So it can be kind of hard to do, even if you're somewhat used to it. Like I've been doing this for a couple of years on and off. So I'm used to it to a certain extent, but... Oh, come on. Got stuck on there. Whoa, I did not think I was going to survive that. Interesting. But you know, there's good and bad points about it. Each of those things, like pre-recording videos and doing live streaming. Oh, please. But in general, at this point, just like pre-recording videos is kind of easier to do, because I can kind of pick what time I'm going to do a certain thing, like record or upload or whatever. Like if somebody else is using the internet a lot, or they're playing like a MMO or something online, like Destiny 2 or World of Warcraft or whatever it is, you know, that'll eat up some bandwidth. And if they're playing like Overwatch, I might say, I might not want to upload right now because they're in a match, and my upload would kind of mess with their game. You know, maybe give them some lag and make them lose or something like that. So I try to avoid times like that when like somebody else, you know, is depending on the internet to be, you know, the fastest speed we can use it at for their game or something like that. But I can upload, you know, usually during the night or something, or when everybody else is asleep, doing whatever, as long as they're not using the internet. You know, I'm usually fine to do whatever then. So, I mean, those times are kind of few and far between when I can't just upload something when I want to or need to. But those times do happen, so it's nice to know that I don't have to do something like right then or by a certain time or something. As long as I'm not going to be late on uploading something on my self-imposed, schedule when I want something to go up. As long as nothing interferes with that, it's fine whenever I want to record something or upload it or, whatever. Something like that. Which, in general, is usually how it is. As far as I have a pretty good schedule. Like, I can, I have, the freedom to usually schedule stuff when I need to, and not have to depend on something happening at a certain time, so that's pretty cool. I'd really like to pass this track, though. I've been spending a lot of time on this one freaking track that I keep crashing on for no reason. What the heck? Why can I not? I used to have a problem just getting past that one part where I was overshooting it, and now I can't even get past the stupid 3-car pileup thing at the beginning, and then I crash. What is going on here? I'm gonna have to stop talking so I can concentrate more on the game. Jeez. It'd be nice to go through more than one track in a video. I mean, there was that one time when I spent an entire video on one track, but I don't necessarily want to do that every single time, because then it probably gets boring for the viewers, because I just have no progress. And you don't want that, do you, game? You don't want to give me no progress for the viewers, do ya? I mean, do you, game? Oh, please. Just want to pass the track. I might have to start just for the sake of the video, I might have to start taking these checkpoints instead of we're starting at a checkpoint instead of restarting all the way back from the beginning, because jeez, I need to make some kind of progress here. That's the part that I really have a problem with. Jeez. What the heck, man? Why? Why track? What are you doing to me? Why do I keep messing up on these easy parts? I swear. I should not have tipped over there, but I did for some reason. What in the heck? Sorry guys, I hope this isn't boring you. It probably is, but if you're sticking it out, thanks. Jeez. This is a little frustrating now. I think I spent the entire video on this one track so far. And that's not why you guys are paying me, is it? Wait, am I getting paid for this? I don't think so. No, I'm not getting paid for this. So, still. I really... Dude. Should I just, do a quick forward flip there? Is that my problem? Should I just, or or, you know, do a somersault or flip there, because I just seem like I keep tipping forward after those 3 cars. And it's really annoying. Really, really annoying when I can't even get past, like, the first few jumps. I mean, really. What the heck is going on? I really crashed into a beam? Really? Really, game? That's what you're going with? That's your story? That I crashed my head into a beam? I don't think that you are being fair. You call this a medium track, and it probably is a medium track compared to what's ahead, but seriously, this is grinding my gears a little bit. My gears of war. Now I want enough to get over there. Please don't. Ah! Why? I was trying not to give myself too much gas so I could slow down and get a good jump there, but no, you just had to tip over. You had to do it, didn't you? Just to spite me. Oh, that would have been fantastic if I could have saved it, but I did not. Alright. This is really getting a little annoying. I gotta make some kind of progress here. Even if I just get a bronze, I have to do something, man. I can't just leave this as the only track I play and I don't even pass it. This is really annoying. I'm just gonna use the stupid checkpoint because this is annoying me. And I'll just play this on my own time and get the gold. Oh, seriously. You cannot have me... Okay, I'm all for going from checkpoints, but I am not going to sit there and... I'm not going to sit there and get wrecked 3 times from the same checkpoint. No, sir. That I will not accept. I understand that you don't want to have the gas on all the time anymore. I get that. And I'm trying to, like, learn that and go with it and everything, but there are limits, man. There really are certain limits that I am not gonna do. I'm not gonna stand for it. I'll sit for it, but I'm not gonna stand for it. This is the part that I keep wrecking on for some reason that I don't. How do I keep wrecking? How? Literally, how do I keep wrecking that part? I would love to know. I'm definitely not getting silver for this. But just to do some progress, just to progress on this, I'm doing this for you guys. Just so I can say it, that I passed the map. There you go. Progress. It's not much, but it's there. So, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being cool. I will see you next time.